If you wake up with crusty eyelashes, itchy eyelids, red eyelid margins, or burning eyes that never quite feel clean, there's a good chance blepharitis is part of the story. And here's what can be missed. Blepharitis does not mean just dirty eyelids, and it's not just dry eye. Sometimes it's bacteria, sometimes it's inflammation around the oil glands, and sometimes it's something called Demodex mites. Now, before the word mites makes you feel like you want to throw your pillow away, stay with me to the end. This is more normal than it sounds. And by the end of this video, I want you to understand what's actually happening, what treatments make sense when it's active, and what you can do long-term so this doesn't keep coming back. When I graduated from optometry school over 20 years ago, blepharitis was almost treated like a side note. We knew it existed. We talked about bacteria. We told people to clean their eyelids. But over the last 10 to 15 years, the conversation has really changed quite a bit. We understand much more about eyelid disease, and we understand more about meibomian gland dysfunction. We also understand more about Demodex blepharitis than we did when I first started practicing, a lot more. I've treated this in patients for years, and I've also dealt with it personally. So this is one of those topics where I'm not just giving you the textbook explanation. I'm going to tell you how I actually think about it in clinic and for my own eyes. Blepharitis simply means inflammation of the eyelids. That's it. It's not one disease. It's an umbrella term. So it can show up as crusting, redness, irritation, burning, itching, flaky debris, recurring styes, and sometimes your eyelids just don't ever feel really good and clean. When we talk about blepharitis, we usually think about three broad categories. Number one is bacterial blepharitis. Number two is Demodex blepharitis. And the third is posterior blepharitis, which is usually tied to meibomian gland dysfunction. And many people don't fit neatly into one box. We may have a little bit of all three. Blepharitis and dry eye, hey, they're often roommates. They tend to hang out together. The eyelid margin is where your lashes sit, but it's also where your oil glands open. So those glands are called meibomian glands, and they produce the outer oil layer of our tears. When the eyelids are inflamed, those glands often don't work as well as they need to. The oil becomes thicker, tears evaporate faster, and suddenly, that's when we're saying my eyes burn, my vision fluctuates, and drops, they only help for a little bit. That's why dry eye treatment sometimes falls short if we don't address the blepharitis. The surface may be dry, but the eyelid margin may be the engine driving the problem. Now let's talk about the part everyone remembers from this video, the mites. Demodex mites are microscopic organisms that live naturally on human skin. They live on all of us. Your eye doctor has them. I have them. You probably have them. Our pets even have their own version of them. It's common. It's normal. So having Demodex is not a disease. It's totally normal. The problem is when the population gets a little out of balance. So when that happens, they can contribute to itching and redness, inflammation, and crusting around the lashes. One of the classic signs we will see is something called a collarette, and these are little cylindrical crusts that wrap around the base of our eyelashes. When I see collarettes in that way, Demodex moves way up the suspicion list that we probably need to treat that. A lot of patients also tell me their eyelids itch worse at night. And yes, some of the debris around the lashes is related to waste products and buildup. Yeah, it's a little gross, but again, it's normal, it's common. Don't let it bother you. I like to compare it to, we have bacteria in our mouth. You have bacteria there every day, totally normal. But if too much builds up, it causes plaque, your gums get inflamed, and it needs cleaned up. So Demodex is similar around our eyelids. The goal is not to eliminate every single mite. It's not really realistic, and it's not necessary. The goal is to reduce the population enough that the eyelids stop being inflamed and your symptoms chill out and your eyes feel better. So not perfection, balance. That's what we're shooting for. Another way to think about blepharitis, I divide it into two phases. So number one is active treatment, and then two is daily maintenance. Active treatment is what we do when our eyelids are inflamed, crusty, itchy, clearly flared up. Maintenance is what we do when things are calm so they don't keep coming back. So one frustration can be when we're trying to use a maintenance product during an active flare and expect it to work like a rescue treatment. That can be frustrating. So I want to give some tips to help deal with this at home and when to go see your eye doctor. First active treatment concept is physical removal. And there's a lot of debris, biofilm, collarettes, crusting, build up around the lash line. Sometimes we need to physically remove it. This can be done in office with professional lid cleaning systems or careful lid debridement, depending on what the doctor uses. It's very similar. Think of it like going to the dentist. We brush our teeth at home, but when the plaque hardens and builds up, the dental hygienists, they have tools that do a better job than our toothbrushes. The eyelids are very similar. Daily cleaning matters, but if the lash line has built up debris or collarettes, in-office removal can help reset the surface, so the home treatment will have a better chance of being effective. This is especially true when patients tell me, I've been using lid wipes, but the crusting really doesn't ever go away. Sometimes that means they don't just need maintenance treatment. They need to do active removal and cleanup to reset. 2, tea tree oil has been one of the long-standing treatment approaches for Demodex blepharitis. And years ago, many of us used to dilute tea tree oil and use it in office treatments. And that can work very well, but it could also cause some discomfort if we got the ratio eye. That's why I do not recommend taking concentrated tea tree oil from your cabinet, bathroom, and putting it near your eyes. Please don't do that. Today, we have so many great commercially available prepared wipes, foams, gels, and cleansers. And they're using a controlled amounts of tea tree derived ingredients. There are some that are mild, some that are moderate, and there's some that are fairly strong. And, the stronger ones can be used during an active flare, especially if there's crusting and collarettes. They can also be a little bit irritating to the skin, so you may want to use them once or twice, then back off. The way I think about tea tree products is like this. They're better for active reduction than simple daily comfort, at least for my eyes. For me, I don't find them the best for daily maintenance unless we're using really mild tea tree. If I get a flare on my own eyelids or blepharitis, I'll use a stronger tea tree product for a night or two, and then I'll back down to my daily maintenance, which we'll hit on. And then if that outer eyelid skin happens to get irritated from tea tree, this is an old school trick, is to actually apply a little bit of Vaseline to your skin under your eyelashes, not close to the eye, just on the skin for irritation. We don't want to clog the glands or get close to the lash line. Now, I want to mention one of the newer prescription options if you have an active infection. It's called XDEMVY, and the generic name is called lotilaner. This is the first FDA-approved medication specifically designed to treat Demodex blepharitis. It's prescribed 1 drop in each eye twice a day for 6 weeks. What makes it different is that it doesn't just clean the lashes, it actually targets the mites themselves. So for some patients, especially someone with clear collarettes and a significant Demodex involvement, this can be a great consideration. We're no longer trying to manage the debris. We're treating one of the causes here. Another option that I like a lot from a treatment standpoint is IPL, or intense pulse light. This has been used for years as a skin or cosmetic treatment, especially for rosacea. But in recent years, it's become very helpful for dry eye care, and especially combined with radiofrequency or other thermal expression methods for meibomian glands. But side note is IPL can also reduce the inflammation around the eyelids. It also reduces the Demodex population significantly. This is one reason I like patients who have more than one problem happening at the same time when it's available to you. If someone has blepharitis, rosacea, meibomian gland dysfunction, evaporative dry eye, IPL may help solve several pieces of that inflammation cycle. It's like a resetting of the playing field so their home treatments, once again, can be more effective. If you've been fighting this for years and everything keeps flaring back up, IPL is a good discussion to have with your eye doctor. Once things are controlled, then of course our goals shift. Now we're not trying to put out the fire. We're trying to prevent the next one. This is where I really like hypochlorous acid sprays, and they can be so helpful. These are products like Avenova, Protect Spray, and several other sprays. You just close your eyelids, spray the eyelids, let it dry. Most patients find them very comfortable. And they don't usually have any irritation like some of the tea tree products can. I think of this more as my daily maintenance tool myself. Usually I'll use it once a day, and once a day is usually enough. Others may want it twice a day, like morning and night, especially during flare-ups and seasonal allergens and all the other things are happening. But you know what? The best product is often the one that you're actually going to use consistently. So for a lot of patients, spray is easier to stick with than any kind of complicated nightly routine. So to boil it down simply and summarize, if you're actively flared, crusting, itching on the eyelids, your doctor sees collarettes, you may need active treatment. That could be tea tree, home-based. That could be professional cleaning in office. That could be a prescription like XDEMVY. And that could also be in-office treatments like IPL, intense pulse light, if it's combined with meibomian gland or rosacea issues, some combination of any of those. Now, once things calm down, we move to maintenance and prevention. That could be hypochlorous acid spray once or twice a day, more general lid cleaners. So your wipes and gels and foams that don't have tea tree oil in them are also good daily prevention if you don't want to use the hypochlorous sprays. So again, we don't want to treat active flare like it's maintenance, and we don't want to stay on the most aggressive treatment forever if our eyes are already kind of in a happy place. And as a cautionary reminder, if you have significant redness, any pain, light sensitivity, vision changes, recurring styes, swelling that's getting worse, symptoms that keep coming back despite any home care, it's time to go get examined by your eye professional. And if you want someone to actually look at the eyelid margin under magnification, they can figure out what's going on, because the treatment can change based on what we see. Bacteria, Demodex, meibomian gland dysfunction, allergy, rosacea, dry eye, medication-related irritation. It can all overlap. So remember, if you're dealing with any of this, blepharitis is very common. It doesn't mean something terrible is living on your eyelids. And it doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever either. Most of the time, our goal is just doing things to restore the balance, reduce the inflammation, lower the bacterial or Demodex burden, and improve the oil gland function. Then maintain it with a routine that's simple enough that it will actually keep doing it. If this helped you understand what may be happening with your eyelids, I appreciate it if you consider subscribing. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you for joining us. If you want the simple daily routine that I recommend for maintaining healthy eyelids, a little deeper dive, I did another video called Eyelid Hygiene and what I call the dental model of eyelid hygiene care. I'll see you in the next video.